Hi there, Walking.
So, first name, last name, and age.
My name is Joel Bejarano. I am 26 years old and I work at Starbucks currently.
So, in the conversation between can you separate the art from the artist, what do you think?
That was a question I was thinking is very subjective because that has so many different variables in it, like as an answer. I was thinking about stuff between, Kanye West versus Harvey Weinstein to even like Vincent van Gogh, These people all contributed to something that is, I would say, in pop culture, in a sense that people recognize, of like Vincent van Gogh's history, they know Kanye West currently, like right now, what he's talking about. And as much as like you can appreciate the art, the artist itself should also be recognized for the bad they do. And I don't know if that makes sense because I'm a little nervous, I'm sorry. Let me just put myself out of the mindset. I think it depends on the person. At the end of the day, it depends on the individual who, is offended / not offended by the art, who's offended by the artist but not the art. Me personally, I don't like who Kanye West is as a person, but I love the music. But even that is still contradicting with what I say about not respecting him, because me supporting his music is supporting who he is, what he's doing right now. And it's a lot harder than, I thought this question would be a lot easier, and now that I'm actually thinking about it, it comes back to, well, they're not good people. Chris Brown is an example. He beat Rihanna, and yet he still made millions like later after beating her because people still kept listening to his music. They kept supporting him, kept funding him, and now it's in the past, makes jokes about it in his music, saying, oh, I can finally go out because of my controversial past. It's not there with me anymore. So I guess in the long run, what I'm trying to say is maybe not. Like, you can try to, but at the end of the day, it does come back to it.
So what do you think, you bring up, abuse towards people, you bring up harmful political opinions, you bring up just general acts of sexual assault on women. Mm-hmm. Do you think that there's ever going to be an offense that's big enough where people are going to fully stop supporting an artist, whether it's on principle of just not listening to them at all?
I think we're already heading in that direction. I would say that direction is already definitely being placed. Now, there's some people who would like to counter it, I'll use cancel culture as an example. I feel like that's the direction people are going, where why are we supporting somebody who is obvious? Because we're not all good human beings. What I mean by that is we've all done, stuff people aren't proud of. But when people upfront it, like Chris Brown or Kanye West openly says harmful political views that could harm people, knowing their fan base, knowing their followers, Harvey Weinstein doing the things he did to get people into their movies. It's not okay to keep supporting a media that allows that. And yes, I do think at one point in the future we will be in a point where maybe that should just be shunned. And if you're going to I guess appreciate the art, you need to also understand who the artist is, what the background is. Mm-hmm. And then make your judgment. Do you still want to appreciate this guy? I go back to Kanye West a lot because I guess that's the most, his music from middle school all the way to now. I loved it. I can probably show you 60 plus songs by him that I have on my phone. But his recent statements have been really retracting me back to even wanting to play him. Because now I gotta explain to myself, everybody, I like his music, I don't like him. When it'd be easier just to be the guy's not good, and just push him off to the side. Because in the end, music's music, and you can easily find something else.
It's like a gray area.
It's a very gray area, yes. And it's a topic that, would get a lot of thrown back and forth, because you can make great counter counter arguments, get it. Like, well, here's the thing though. Art is also a representation of how the person sees the world, with no matter what, like painting, drawing, book writing. What's the guy that created Cthulhu? I forgot, his name escapes me right now. Created Cthulhu, like those stories. Lovecraft. Yes.
No.
It's something.
H.P. Lovecraft.
There you go. Terrible guy. If you know what his cat was named, I'm not gonna say it because it's a slur word. He named his cat.
Interesting.
Yes, very terrible person. But you see the impact he had, like with
Science fiction.
Science fiction. Like, yeah, it's I'm going back to your statement of it being a gray area. It's a very gray area to go into. But if you as an individual feel better not to represent them, not to appreciate their art, and would rather support somebody who's, a more caring, giving back to the world, someone, not everyone is as bad as these people are. Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
No problem.